The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
Welcome to Derry's director and It director, Andy Muschietti, recently said a few days ago, guys, that there's going to be a Batman Brave and the Bold updates in the next few months. The director told us that. Hey guys, this is the Brother Eye. I'm here watching everything. Brother Eye is checking out all the grifters, all the movie pundits, critics, all that. On this video, we're going to look at John Campea. This is not exactly detracting or criticizing Campea. It's just more of what he has to say about this announcement about the Batman Brave and the Bold. Batman Brave and the Bold. This is more about that and what he thinks the announcements are. Me personally, I just think it announces a release date. It's just a release date for the movie, and I think it's 2028. But let's check out what Campea says. I know what Campea says. All right. So let's go check out what Campea says. The clip is about a minute long. Okay, so let's take a look.
But the sister's saying, okay, yes, Andy's still directing it, but we can't say anything. So that's the first thing I take away from it, is that Andy is still directing this film. And I'm okay with that. The second thing is it sounds like they've got a big announcement planned.
Yeah.
Because you don't say things like, oh, we got to sit on this for another couple months when you're just talking about when we can start even just discussing it in the press. It sounds like they've got an announcement that they've got packaged and ready to go. And maybe he wants to wait a few months for it to piggyback on something else, the buzz or whatever of it. But it sounds like they've got an announcement lined up. Listen, I personally believe they do have their Batman cast. I could be wrong about that. I don't have any insider people telling me that's the case and that they've got them cast already. But I personally believe they probably got their Batman cast already. I think we're going to get release dates mentioned, like timelines and production lines and all that kind of stuff. I believe they've got a script finished. Again, I can't say any of this with definitive fact. This is just what I, as a film fan, am kind of speculating. But it sounds like this thing is fully on the track. So not only do we have Lanterns coming and Supergirl and Clayface, it sounds like also, and by the way, Man of Tomorrow is also now coming. It sounds like we might finally be getting some movement on this Batman thing, and it sounds like Andy Muschietti just kind of let it slip. Guys, we want to take a second to
All right. You saw that clip? So he believes that they have their Batman cast, a potential release date, script is done, so on and so on, right? That's what he believes, right? And, so he's not the only one who believes that they have a Batman cast for Brave and the Bold. Me, I used to believe that. But I don't anymore. I don't. I think what the big announcement is the release date. Okay. James Gunn previously said that, and it's an interview I just watched actually half an hour ago, or a clip from a short, that the two Batmans, the movies are not going to be in the same year. He said that Brave and the Bold will not be in the same year as the Batman, 2027. So they really don't need to announce a casting for Batman and the Brave and the Bold until next year, maybe, perhaps. I believe Brave and the Bold is going to come out 2028. And that's when I believe the announcement is for 2028. 2028, a release date, not the casting. I think they're going to announce the casting. The script is written. They have the director. Got all the pieces there except who's going to play Batman. And I think the next year or two, we're going to have updates from here and there. And I think we're going to have auditions for the Batman Brave and the Bold. And I believe in those auditions, we're going to have up-and-coming actors and very well-known actors. I do believe it will be a very well-known actor playing Batman in the DCU. I don't think it's going to be somebody like who's playing Clayface, or who's coming up like Miliaka. Miliaka has a little bit of notoriety, but I don't believe it's going to be somebody in her caliber. I think it's going to be somebody more well-known be playing Batman in the DCU. But I think the announcement is going to be just a release date, possibly a year. And I'm sticking to it, 2028. I think we're going to get the Brave and the Bold. And that's about it. It's possible we could wait 2 months because Welcome to Derry ends probably 2 months. If it's an 8 episode, 10 episode show, so 2.5 months, two and a half episode months, right? 2.5 months, maybe. And every time, every episode, there's always things come out every episode, right? The director comes out and says something, whatever. So I believe in a couple months we'll get announcement of the release date. I think in 2026 we'll get an announcement for release date. You could announce for a movie that's going to be coming out in 2 years from 2026. That's what I think. And to me, announcement's going to play Batman. I don't think we're going to get to next year anyway, 2026 at least. Potentially 2027, but I don't know. And we haven't really heard any casting announcements for the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman either. Who is the villain? Who's this? We just know Robert Parrish is coming back. Confirmation Penguin's coming back. Oswald Cobblepot, Colin Farrell, and Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon. But that's about it. And Andy Serkis is Alfred. So I just think it's going to be released. If you see this video for the first time, it's my second video. What do you think of John Campea? Do you agree with John Campea? If not, what do you think the announcement's going to be? Let me know. And no, it's not exactly a detracting critic, whatever. This isn't criticizing or anything like that. I just think this is an interesting subject to talk about as a Batman fan. Obviously, I'm a Batman fan. Brother I. All right, guys. Let me know. Bye.
Too sweet. Too sweet.